This is another very difficult killing challenge for white. This problem is also taken from the very famous Hatsuyoro, which is the same as 261. It's a very difficult book of Go challenges. The key theme here is to avoid the ko, right? If you're white, you might be thinking this move, but black can start this ko this way. And what's going on here is that if we ignore this ko for a second, right, eventually black will be able to push its way through this way. And now white cannot play at number 13 because there's a cutting point and black can atari. But of course, theoretically, white has many local ko threats because whenever it plays on the outside, it can capture right back. So it's a tough ko for black, but it exists as a theoretical possibility that black can push all the way through and threaten to capture all these white stones. So that's why number 1 here doesn't work. And we don't have a whole lot of choices, right? Playing on the outside will just fail instantly, like this. So the only first move is this, right here. And now the challenge really is how to withstand black's attempt to break out of white's enclosure. So it's actually harder than it seems. So if black plays here, then white needs to stand down here, right? If you play this, then once again we'll have this ko, because black can throw in here, and black will be able to push all the way through, just like the first variation we saw. And now what happens is that black can still push here, white cannot block, right? Otherwise, this will once again be a ko. White has to extend. Now black pushes again, white can block now. White must block now. What happens is that black can push, white blocks, black cuts here, and now black is aiming at this cut. So white must take care of it by playing something like this, right? So black can no longer cut here at h18, but now black can play this move. It's a really sharp move. If white cuts off number 12 this way, black can cut here, threatening to capture these 4 stones, and white must kind of take care of number 12, but black can atari here, white connects, and now black can capture these 2 stones, and black will make a living shape very easily after number 18. So white fails this way. So what's wrong? We think number 1 and 3 must be correct. 5, 7, 9, 11, they all seem inevitable, but number 13 is the problem. So let's go back and see what else white should have played. And that is right here. It's not that easy to find, but after playing here, number 13, black will fail. If it connects here, now there's nothing for black to play. This cutting point won't work, and white will all be alive. If black breaks out this way, now after 16, white can take care of this cutting point. There's no way black can capture these 4 white stones, right? Pushing here will not work. There will not be a ladder. And clamping here will not work because of 19. This is an atari. And white will be able to escape this way. It will be something like this, right? So black will fail. So 1 to 13 here is a correct sequence. But quite complicated. You have to take into account black's attempt to break out of white's enclosure here. Now, what if black plays here? This will actually be the same. White can still play at number 3. Now, after black captures this 1 white stone, black is still not alive. So white can kill black this way. Now, if black plays here, then all white needs to do is to reduce black's eye space this way. And again, black cannot break out. This will be the same as one of the previous patterns where white plays here at number 17 and black cannot break out. Or in this situation, white can't even play this move because black cannot come in here. So 1, 3, and 5 can guarantee white's success. White should be careful not to play this move. It might seem white can play this because black is short on liberties. White can kill black this way. The problem is that black can push a couple times here and play this move. It's a really neat move. Now if white comes in, this will be a bent 4 shape. if white tries to connect out, now this is a connect and die for white. So black will be able to succeed this way after number 10. So that's why white must play from the outside. Lastly, let's look at this move. At number 1, white's wrong. You might think this is a good move because this is a capture 2, recapture 1 situation. White has come into black's ice base. And you might think this is pretty good too. And we can just kind of repeat what we already know. And black will not be able to break out of the enclosure. The problem with this is that black can actually play right here. It's a really neat move, really strange, right? You don't see this kind of move very often. But now, white cannot escape a ko, right? If you play here, then black can throw in here, and this is a connect and die, and white must play this ko. If white connects here, we'll do something like this. These are very similar. Black can keep pushing. And now, white cannot block here, because black has this throw in, and eventually this will be a connect and die as well. So once again, white must play this ko. And if white relents here and number 11 doesn't really help, right? Because black can play at 12 and 14 and still has this throw in and this potential connect and die. So once again, white will be forced to play this ko. So white fails after number 6, which is very difficult to spot. So that is why the only correct move is right here, followed by number 3 at E19. It's a very difficult challenge, so please make sure you understand all the variations I showed you, and please feel free to try some of the other variations on your own. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.